So, one of the themes that came across when we were discussing this case on Cunningham Motors is division of labor or specialization. You would have found there that the whole idea was that organizations need to specialize on certain activities. And when you are specializing on certain activities, you cannot afford to do a whole bunch of activities, and hence you need to go to the markets to purchase activities, to purchase services, purchase products from companies who are specializing in their respective activities. So, this was what we largely discussed in that case. Now, let us step back a little bit and try to understand this whole concept of specialization, or sometimes it is called division of labor. As I move along, I will tell you the difference between these two, but for the time being, let us assume they are one and the same thing. Now, would any one of you be able to tell me that who was the first person who actually showed us that division of labor improves productivity? Well, it was actually Adam Smith. Almost 300 years ago, he pointed out to us that when you actually do division of labor, which means when you are actually specializing and doing narrow repetitive tasks, you dramatically improve productivity. In his book, The Wealth of Nations, he gives an example that if 10 individuals try to do all the activities that are necessary to create a simple thing like a pin, their productivity might be about 10 or 20 pins a day. But if they divide the pin making activity into narrow tasks, for example, drawing the wire, straightening the wire, cutting the wire, pounding the pin heads, which means what? One individual is spending the entire day only drawing the wire, whereas another individual is probably just sharpening the pin points. If you do it like that, which means if you are dividing the whole activity into small units and asking people only to do that, then actually their productivity went out dramatically. These same 10 individuals could produce up to 48,000 pins a day. How were they improving productivity so much? Well, there are a lot of factors around that. But I think fundamentally into it is the fact that if we do a job again and again, we tend to become better at it. We become expert in that field, and we also try to innovate. Of course, there are other ways of improving productivity, because since you are not switching from one job to another, your efficiency actually improves. Also, if you think of machines and systems that need to be set up in an industrial setting, then the setup times are not lost if somebody is continuously doing the job. So, all these factors actually contribute to this improvement of efficiency when you divide a larger job into narrow or smaller pieces of tasks and ask individual to only focus on that.